This video provides a demonstration of how to wire a standard CAT-6 network cable, sometimes called an Ethernet or LAN cable. We'll have a look at this variety of tools and components. Not all of the tools are absolutely necessary, but, as we all know, having the right tool for the job always makes life easier. This is CAT-6 network cable. It's commonly available and is superior to the CAT-5 cable standard because it is designed to reliably support faster data transfer rates, around 10 times that of CAT-5. Of course, the actual rate depends on a number of factors, such as the speed of other hardware connected to the network. I'm going to use this simple tool to strip the outer insulation. It's called a multi-conductor stripper. It's precisely adjustable using this small screw to set the cutting depth. It cuts through the outer insulation without damaging the other wires inside the cable. After stripping the outer insulation, we can see that the cable is comprised of 4 pairs of colour-coded wires, twisted into pairs. Being CAT-6, it has a central plastic core which separates the twisted pairs. This separation reduces a phenomenon called crosstalk, adds strength to the cable, and helps to reduce kinks and sharp bends. Cut off the separator where it comes out of the insulation. I'm going to use this pair of small snips. These are network plugs. They are commonly referred to as RJ45 plugs, but a more accurate term is 8P8C, which stands for 8-pin 8-connector. The transparent ones are CAT-5 standard, whereas the other ones are CAT-6. The metal part of the CAT-6 type shields the connector to reduce interference. If we look very closely, we can see that the plug has a line of 8 gold-plated contacts. From left to right, they're numbered 1 to 8. These are RJ45 boots. They're made of soft plastic and fit over the plugs. Although they are optional, using a boot has 4 benefits. First, it will provide strain relief to the wire where it goes into the plug. Second, it will help to protect the plug from damage. Third, the colour can be used to quickly identify a particular plug. And the 4th benefit is simply cosmetic. It covers everything, making it look neater. If you decide to use a boot, put it on the cable now, like this. Although there is more than one way of wiring a network cable, for this demonstration the most common straight-through method will be shown. The standard we're going to use is called T568B. It identifies the colour order of the individual wires from left to right. In this step, the aim is to carefully untwist the wires and straighten them to make them lay naturally flat in a specific order. Holding them, using your thumb against your first finger makes this easier. The order is white-orange, orange, white-green, blue, white-blue, green, white-brown, brown. Once they are in order, flexing them slightly will help them to stay this way naturally. The next step is to cut them perfectly straight across the end at a suitable length. This is not easy. Use the RJ45 plug as a guide. The insulated section of the cable is designed to go into the plug up to this point, and then the individual wires extend to the end of the plug. It's better for them to be too long than too short and have to start again. Now, slide the wires into the plug. Inside the plug, each wire has its own slot and must be inserted all the way to the end of the plug. It may be necessary to use some force to get all the wires to the end and the outer insulation to this position. Note that it is not necessary to strip the individual wires first because the gold contacts of the plug have teeth that penetrate the insulation and make their own connection. Now do a final check just to ensure that the wires have remained in the correct order. This is a network crimping tool, and it has 2 positions for different plugs. This slot is marked 8P and is where we will crimp the RJ45 plug to fix it firmly onto the cable. Put the plug into the 8P position, inserting it all the way, and then give it a firm crimp like this. Using exactly the same process and the same wire positions, fit another RJ45 plug to the other end of the cable. The network cable is now finished. To confirm that all the connections have been properly made, we're going to use this LAN cable tester. After plugging the cable into the tester at one end and the receiver at the other, it can be set to cycle power through each of the 8 wires. In this way, the continuity can be verified. CAT-6, RJ45 or 8P8C, Ethernet, multi-conductor stripper, boot, LAN cable tester.